right.
Six threads drawn together.
And yeah, we should be good right now. So welcome everyone to this, to our content for today. So I took last week off because I was very, very busy and I just couldn't. So took it off. So I'm coming back today with something that's come up this past week. I was speaking with some some other faculty at the university, and you know the thing came up, like talking about Creative Cloud, right? And what came up was, well, you know, what if students don't have access to it? What if they don't, you know, need to buy it for a class or anything like that, subscribe to it? What are the free aspects of Creative Cloud? So I want to get together a resource that highlights all of the different stuff you can use for free with a just a plain old Adobe ID, just a free item. So I'm going to use Express for that, and I'm going to create an Express web page. It's probably the easiest way to do it. So inside of Express, let's go ahead and click that little new project button, and I want to create a web page because it's going to be mostly type. I'm going to have headings, maybe some imagery. We'll see how it works out. But just creating a basic web page here. And I don't know what you would call this. Like, I mean, I'm calling this stream Adobe Starter Plan Rundown. I mean, I guess I'm gonna just call it Creative Cloud Freebies for now, and we'll change that as we need to. Adobe Starter Plan Rundown. Sure, sounds good. So let's get into the content here. So what do we have, right? I actually made a list over on this other screen. So you all can't see it, but it is there. So I was asking other Adobe education leaders, you know, what the free stuff was at this point, because they change it a lot, you know? And I was able to gather some content together for this. So let's grab some of this stuff here. And what do we have, right? Stuff's got to load up. Also, let me know, say hi in the chat. Let me know how you're doing this week. It's been a really weird week for me. I mean, last week was super busy. This week, at the university, a bunch of stuff was shut down yesterday because they thought there was an active shooter, and we had that happen on Monday too, and we also had a snowstorm again yesterday, which was crazy. So it's been a not great week, right? All right, so what is with? I was originally looking up Premiere Rush. So there is a starter plan. Let me bring this over here. There is a starter plan for Premiere Rush. Free and paid plans. Here we go. What is the free starter plan? All right. So what I'm going to do is copy this. And we can use that. We'll reshuffle this as we get through it, but I'll add a heading here. Premiere Rush. You know, it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts when people still refer to Premiere Rush as just Rush. And a lot of people do that. It's weird to me because it's like Rush was like a lot of Adobe stuff. They give it a sort of like project name when it's being excuse me, when it's being developed, right? And then when it becomes an actual product, they'll go through and they'll say like, oh, it's going to be called this now. Like that happened to Fresco, right? That happened to XD. It happened to like almost everything. For whatever reason with Premiere Rush, the project name was Rush. So people still call it Rush, even though, yeah, I mean, whatever. All right. So let's see. Start Premiere Rush for free. Start Premiere Rush for free. Everybody likes free. There we go. So this is sort of the resource that I'm trying to come up with. So we got Premiere Rush. Of course, I should put Express at the top here. So Adobe Express. Because Express is Adobe's little darling right now, right? But I need to look up and see. Oops. See exactly what the free stuff is inside of Express. Now, and there's actually surprisingly a lot of stuff that is for free. Gosh. The problem is, of course, all right, free for anyone to use. So I am looking free plan. There we go. Let's see if I can copy and paste this. I'm not sure if I can because it's sort of like in a list. So let's see what happens. Oh, well. Got that. So. This is not useful. That doesn't really say much of anything, does it? Adobe Express. I just need some info. I just want some like basic info on like what Express is. Get Adobe Express free. So let's copy that first and add in that button since I've got that information right here. So get Adobe Express for free. And I think that's how I worded this one. Start Premiere Rush for free. Sure, whatever. That's the language that Adobe's using, so... Oh, here we go. Here's a little blurb about it. Although I think there should be a little more information than just that, right? Here's a little more info. So let's grab that. All right, that's pretty good. That matches Premiere Rush, right? So there we go. We got Express for free. We got Rush for free. See what I just did? I just called it Rush. After complaining about people calling it Rush. All right. So there is Express. So what else is free? You got Express, you got Rush, Premiere Rush. So let's remove that. We'll just kind of tweak this a little bit. Because that's another thing, right? So we've got Adobe stock. Adobe Stock is a free library. So I want to include that. Adobe Stock. Also, let's put in Adobe Fonts. Right? Actually, this is probably what I should have done at the beginning, is just listed a lot of this stuff. So, Adobe Substance 3D Collection. That is free for higher education. So I'm going to include that. Ooh, what else we got? Messages Express. Oh, Adobe Bridge, which is useful, right? I want to be pretty comprehensive with this page, because this I'm going to share with students and faculty and so forth. Adobe Arrow. Adobe Fresco. Let's see, Premiere Rush. Oh, we got XD. XD has a starter plan. For how much longer, who knows, right? Hey, Gareth. Chat was on a different page. Yeah, Adobe Fresco is free. Absolutely. Yeah, I've got a list of stuff that notes I took on my other screen that I'm trying to compile into one place, because for whatever reason, Adobe doesn't have like one place that has like, Behance is a good one. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Behance. But yeah, I wish there was an official kind of resource where it like, and they keep it up to date too, because they do change things, right? Like with XD, they changed what exactly was free with their starter plan. I mean, even with Premiere Rush, I'm putting Adobe in front of all these, so I might as well do it there too. So even with Premiere Rush, that's changed, right? So it used to be like, you could only export like 3 videos. It's part of the starter, it's part of the free one. Now it's, you can use it as much as you want, you know? So that's pretty cool. So they don't always change it for the worse. And hello, Anjali? Am I saying that right? Welcome. So we're gonna go through and try to make a list of everything. So let's do Substance, because I got that on my screen right now. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Substance button. There we go. So, interesting. Man, it's so weird. Like, sometimes when you're like trying to copy and paste stuff, sometimes it's being rendered right on the screen, not as text, but as something else. So I'm trying to find a blurb for this. Yeah, I can't copy and paste any of this, which is really annoying. Oh well. Substance So I'm on the Substance 3D page over here. Here we go. I just need a little blurb, you know, so people know what the heck we're talking about here. Free for higher education faculty and students. Boom. There we go. And that's really nice. I mean, I've been very critical of certain things with you know, some of the Substance stuff, the decisions they've made, especially around Dimension, but it is really nice that they offer it for free for higher education students and faculty. Hello, Zephyria? Is that how it's pronounced? Adobe Cloud Desktop. Yeah, I mean, the desktop app is free. Do you mean that there's actually a section in the desktop app that lists everything that is free? That would be really cool, but I haven't seen it, if that's the case. Yeah. Well, let me know. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good time saver, right? Time saver, money saver, not time saver. So it's the opposite of a time saver because you spend all this time trying to learn Substance 3D stuff and use it. So it's a time killer. But it is a money saver, for sure. All right, so, gosh, there's so many. Let's see, what should I grab next? And, you know, so one thing that I'm like, with XD, it's like, should I put Figma on here? Figma is free for educational use. However, it's not, of course, part of Adobe right now. So I probably should keep it off of there for now. I don't know. We'll see. So let's see here. Bridge. Bridge. Let's do bridge. I don't really use bridge that much anymore. I used to use it, I used to use it more than I do. It is cool that it's free. Like, you can just download Bridge and just use it as much as you want, which is pretty cool. Copy. Like, hello. Button. Adobe Bridge. Arrow. Cannot forget Arrow. Yeah, actually, Gareth, that's one thing that I've used it for. The last time I opened it was probably like a month ago, I'm guessing, and it was explicitly for that, to do stuff with some Substance materials that I was using. So, yeah. It may not be quite dead yet, you know? I mean, I know a lot of people use it. Oh, that's Figma. I don't want to copy Figma just yet. Because I'm not sure I'm going to put it. All right, so let's see here. Got bridge. Fresco, of course. Fresco and Arrow. Let's get both of those fellows in there. And copy. Fresco. Fresco. Sweet. Now I need to find a nice little blurb. Here we go. It's one of the really nice things. I use Adobe's little, you know, their little marketing pages for stuff like this, right? Hey, if somebody already wrote it, you know. All right, this is fresco. Let's do arrow. Stop. It's so hard to like copy certain things. Highlight things exactly the way you want them to be highlighted, you know? Try the desktop beta. No. No, I actually like the desktop beta of Arrow. It's I like to work between them, you know? And I tell my students, you know, one of the best ways to work is to like set up your space inside of the Arrow mobile app. And then after the space is set up and you've put like some sort of like markers in there, you know, then you can easily just go to the desktop and just work a little bit more easily. I prefer to work on the desktop for most things. Like, you know, if you're talking about Premiere Rush, you know, I don't do stuff like that on my phone. I can see where some people would with certain workflows, but for me, I've got so many, you know, I got Premiere Pro, Premiere Rush desktop and everything. It's like, why would I use the mobile version, you know? Yeah. Why? All right, Arrow. We're going to be talking about Arrow a bit in not our next Creative Cloud working group meeting at my university, but in the April meeting, we'll be talking about that. In March, we're going to go over creating brands and branding elements inside of Express. Yet. What Arrow? Or get Arrow for free. I don't know. Whatever. Get started. Adobe. Oh, this I just put Adobe Bridge, so that's great, Joseph. You're really being consistent with these. Get Adobe Bridge. 4. Way. 6. That's better. Yeah, get started. Get. It's. I guess I'll clean it up later. Figure out one or the other. Yeah, but Arrow is free, so that's pretty cool too. Fresco and Arrow are really nice to use on the iPad, and you can use them both on iPhone too. My understanding is that Arrow has limited Android support at this time, but that's kind of always the case. That's right. Zafrina, you mentioned that Character Animator also has a starter plan. That's true. I forgot all about that. So let's add that in there. Wow, honestly, like there's a lot of stuff that you can use for free. Adobe Character Animator. I would not have remembered that if you didn't mention it, so thank you. Let's go and find my friend. Yeah, that wasn't even on my list. I've got this right now. Where did my Behance go? There it is. put in a little Behance blurb here. Allows you to seamlessly create content, seek feedback, that. Showcase and distribute work. Behance, well, I've already got Behance open, right? Since I'm streaming. Should be pretty easy to grab that URL and pop it in here. Start. So join Behance for free. Or where? Yes. And does anybody know, does Portfolio, Adobe Portfolio, have a free aspect to it, or is it just? I think that is more. I think you have to actually have a subscription to use Adobe Portfolio. But this is the thing, right? Oh gosh. Let's grab this content around Adobe Stock. There it is. And I'm kind of squishy on how valuable access to a brand new curated collection of over blah 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 blah. And gotta generate from Adobe Stock. Hey guys, what happened here? Oh, there we go. Log me in. Yeah. So you got to make sure with Adobe Stock, if you want the free stuff, to choose free, and you can just boom search, and we'll just copy this whole URL right here. And there we go. It'll take anybody who's viewing this straight to the free library. Adobe Stock free library. Access the Adobe Stock free library. So there we go. So yeah, Adobe fonts. What's up with that? Where's my stupid Creative Cloud icon? There it is. Hello, Creative Cloud. I didn't mean to call you stupid. I'm sorry. You're not. I use you every day. Every day, all day. So, I respect you. Let's see. What was I looking up? Not stock. Fonts. Adobe fonts. Right. Manage fonts. Browse more fonts. Take me to fonts. Oh, it's loading up in a different page. Hello. All right. Let's see here. Is there information about what the free fonts library consists of? This is oftentimes a difficult thing, right? Is trying to get information about stuff like that. Hidden gems, new releases. There's an FAQ. Let's go and open that preemptively here. And please, nope. There's no thing that tells us exactly what is free. Huh. See, this really is the tricky bits. Modify, blah, blah, blah. Can I embed the fonts in Flash files? What? I mean, it's still possible with Air, right? Adobe Air, to be able to use fonts. Oh, Portfolio is free? See, this is the problem. Yeah, Gareth mentions that Portfolio, it lists it as free on a resource he's looking at. This is the problem. Like, I cannot find, like, what the aspects of... I know there are a certain subset of fonts that you can use for free, but I'm not really finding anything here about that. So I might have to just revisit this. You know? If Portfolio is free, that's pretty cool. I always thought it was like a paid thing. Yeah, I'll have to dig into this a little bit more. I do think... Well, let's copy this. That's a nice little blurb right there that I can use in my page anyway. Oh, which is over here. Hi. There we go. So we got part of that done. Anyhow. Let's see. Adobe fonts. Free subscription. I mean, it probably changes. Maybe that's why they don't exactly say what it is, right? A subset of fonts is included in a free with a free Adobe ID. There we go, keeping it nice and clean here. Nice and generic, like Adobe's doing. Follow the leader. Access. Access. Adobe fonts. Save. All right, that's how we'll leave that. So we got Express, we got Rush, Premiere Rush, Stock, Adobe Fonts, Adobe Substance 3D Collection, Adobe Bridge, Adobe Aero, Adobe Fresco, Adobe XD. That's a good idea, Gareth. So, Gareth mentions best way to find out what's free is to go in incognito and logged out. I mean, I suppose I could just like create an Adobe ID with a just a junk email address I have. Like I've got an old Hotmail address, you know, that I use for junk mail. I think I'll do that to verify everything afterwards. But let's push on when it comes to our content for today. So we need XD. Adobe XD starter plan, which used to be a big deal. But I don't think it quite is any longer. Although I have had students have massive issues with XD. And co-editing and stuff like that. Let's see if this even comes up. Oh, look at that. It did. A lot of the XD resources, if you don't know, have been scrubbed from Adobe's website. Which seems a little bold because the whole Figma deal has not gone through yet, you know? Copy link address. Button. We don't need a promo ID on there, do we? Get XD for way. Let's grab some more content in here to flesh this out a bit. There we go. That's pretty nice. There's XD. All right, Behance XD. Let's add in, hello, portfolio right under Behance, right? Makes sense. Adobe portfolio. Adobe portfolio. Ready. Let's see. La, 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 la. Plans. Oh, because I'm logged in, it's like free for you, Joseph. As a Creative Cloud plan, subscribe to your portfolio website is free. Thanks. Okay, it looks like there might be plans on portfolio that are just sort of like, gosh, and it doesn't let me do it. Actually, what if I open it in Safari? Since Safari doesn't know me, right? No, I don't want to log in, guys. Just trying to log me in. I'll figure that out later. Gosh, what a pain. Get started. Adobe portfolio for free. Yeah, so we'll see if that's true, right? Afterwards. But for right now, I'm gonna put that in there because I'm here. What is this? Showcase your work in minutes. Why is that there? Ugh. Overview. Yeah, it just does not want me to this one I will definitely have to check out through incognito mode, as Gareth suggests, or you know, another web browser or something. Because yeah. Yeah, we'll check that out later. Character animator. Let's go. Yeah, and this actually tripped me up. They yeah, here's the thing about starter mode right here, which is the free mode for character animator. That and add. There we go. That's perfect. And what was I saying? Yeah, so they added starter mode after I had written the chapter for character animator in my Adobe Creative Cloud classroom in a book. So I had already written it, and then the you know, the technical reviewer who goes through and makes sure that everything works as I say it does, right? Was like, this is completely different looking from what I'm seeing. And it's because they added this new starter mode, which necessitated me having to rewrite quite a bit of that chapter. Yay. All right, get character animator for way. Fun. All right. So I've got the basics down, right? Let's actually go through and pretty this up a little bit, right? So I'm going to go to my themes here. And like I said, I'll verify all this stuff afterwards, right? Through incognito or whatever. But for right now, I'm going to go through and pretty this up. Switch my brand out. So I do have one that's just me, which I'll use for this. I usually use this for anything that I do as part of it's too dark. Medium. Stick with light. What do you say, guys? Yeah, stick with light. Yay. Okay. Let's add a photo. Creativity. All right. What's this one? Oh, it's kind of cool. Not sure about the hemlock. Let's change that. How about a light bulb exploding into color? That's sort of ugly. What's this one? All right, that's okay. I do want to make a short cover because, yikes, you know. And I don't know, these themes, you know what I'm saying? This is something that always trips up students when I'm teaching them how to use Express, right? Is teach them how to do the stuff on here on the web editor, the web page. And they always want to like change the fonts like you normally change fonts, right? Change colors like you normally change colors. The theme thing is a little strange for a lot of people. But hey, you know. So I might flesh this out with images afterwards too. That's a good start. Good start. So that's going to be it for today. I have office hours with my students in about 10 minutes. So I need to switch over to Zoom so that I can meet with them. But yeah, this was good because I think this is something, a resource that that should exist, you know? Oh, that looks better. Maybe I should just use one of these. Yeah. Hey, whatever. All right, cool. So I'm gonna say my goodbyes now. Oh, what? I'm not sure what just happened. Anyway, thank you for joining today. Thanks, Gareth and Anjali and Zephyria. Gosh, I'm sorry. I'm just like butchering it. I know I am. But yeah, thank you for joining, and everybody else who joined and didn't pop in and say hi. Thank you for joining. It is appreciated. I don't know what I'm doing next week, but I will think of something. I've been wanting to do something again on Figma. I've been using Figma more and more, and I actually have a LinkedIn Learning course that's under development that is using Figma. So I need some additional practice. Oh, I said it correctly. Well, that's yay. All right. Of course, my last name, Lebrec. People butcher that all the time, so I'm very aware of pronunciation difficulties with names. All right, cool. Thanks, everyone, and I'll be back next week, unless anything crazy happens. If I can find OBS, I'll be able to switch the scene and turn this off. There it is. Thanks.
The dead reach for us through the veil of purgation, but cannot touch us. No one can touch us. We are separated, even from ghosts. Still life. Still death. We wait. Waiting.